Hello Rising Squad! Welcome back to
Rise!
With me, your favorite host, Lavinia Michelle. But today, I'm not alone because I'm accompanied with 4 amazing guest speakers, excelling their own background within academics, sport, business, and even arts. We get to wonder more about their stories. So without further ado, shall we get to know our speakers here today, guys?
Yes.
How about we start from the right side?
Oh, okay. So, hello everyone. My name is Eve, and I am a businesswoman, especially in a sports industry, and I'm also the chairman of Super Gym.
Wow! So cool. Okay, how about you?
So hi, my name is Daniela, and you have probably recognized me because my designs were just featured in the New Yorker's magazine.
Wow! So cool!
International
Oh my
level.
God.
Yes, I went international.
Speaking of New Yorkers, I was a professor in the MIT University, focusing on calculus, but I also teach mathematics and science data. Oh yeah, my name is Fanie, and also recently I just published my journal and I got a Nobel Prize from it.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay, so lastly, me. Hi everyone, my name is Serafina and I am a gymnast. I just won a gold medal in the Asian Games 2024.
Wow,
Representing from Indonesia.
Wow.
And besides my career as a gymnast, I am also a personal trainer for Eve's Silver Gym.
Wow. So it's such an honor to meet you guys here
It's a
and
pleasure
to
for us
talk
to
and share
share.
stories with you guys. It's
Yeah.
very amazing. But guess what? Today we're going to discuss an amazing topic that you'll never find before, and it's very simple yet has so much advantage to our health. Are you guys excited?
So
Okay. Okay, let's start with Sarah. Okay,
Me.
Sarah. I heard that you are a gymnast and also a personal trainer, right?
Yes.
Yes. Do you have any exercise in mind that are easy to do and would you recommend to your clients?
Okay, so me myself, I've been a personal trainer for around 10 years since 2015. And for my clients, I usually recommend one set of exercise which consists of 4 things, which is sit-up, skipping, back-up, and also running for 100 meters. And I usually recommend them to do 2 to 3 times in a week.
Oh wow, that's so amazing. Do you have any techniques in mind that we have to see or maybe anticipate about? Maybe you could share a few with us.
So first of all, let's start with the sit-up. So a sit-up is actually an exercise which focuses on the abdominal muscle.
Yeah.
So to perform it, you need to lie on your back with your knees bent and feet flat on the ground. Put your hands behind your head or on your shoulders. Then lift your body towards your knees and gently lower it back down and repeat. So this exercise improves your strength, stability, and also your posture. And for beginners, like maybe the 4 of you, you can do it 30 to 35 times in one set. So the second one, we have skipping. So skipping is an exercise which actually involves a tool called the skipping rope. And to do it, you have to put both hands on both ends of the skipping rope and you swing it over your head and you jump as it passes beneath your feet in continuous motion. So this improves your cardiovascular endurance, your coordination, and also your leg strength. And for those of you who are still in your growth phase, this is a really good exercise to gain your height and it makes you taller.
Wow, that's such
very good.
Yes,
If you're still in your growth phase,
Yeah.
right? So you need to do it
Okay.
so you get taller. Yeah. So for this, I recommend intervals of 30 to 60 seconds, and you can slowly increase the duration as you gain your strength. And so for the third one, we have the backup. This exercise is designed for your lower back, your glutes, and your hamstrings. And so for this one, to perform it, you need to lie down with your face down on your mat, your hands on your sides, and you lift your upper body while keeping your lower body stable. So only your upper body that moves. And you lower it back down and you repeat it. And so for this one, do any of you guys have any back pain?
Yes,
Right?
yes,
So
of
we
course.
are in that age.
We are.
So, yeah. 30. So this really helps reduce your back pains, and it also helps you build a better posture. And yeah, so for the last one, you have running 400 meters, which is a short distance run or sprint, just a simple one, which really tests your speed. And so for this one, it includes just running on a standard track at a challenging pace. And I recommend to do alternates of running or jogging, as it really helps build your stamina and it doesn't make you feel tired easily. So it's really good. And over time, it will help improve your leg strength, your aerobic capacity, and also, again, your overall endurance.
Yeah, I really agree with you, Serafina, my personal gym trainer.
My boss.
Well, talking about sit-ups, I think it's really, based from my observation, I think sit-ups is really easy to do sports and it can be done anytime and anywhere. For example, in school, in home, or anywhere else. And also it can be done with anyone because it's kind of basic and simple sports and all of the fitness level can be done that. And also even it's hard like basic and simple sport, but it can also bring you a lot of benefits. And because you are using all of part of your body to move to do sit-ups, including your muscles. So yeah, it's kind of simple and basic sports, but it can give benefit to your body.
Wow, it's so amazing how Eve demonstrated that sit-ups is a very easy to do exercise, but have lots of advantage to our bodies, right? But Eve, I think what you've mentioned before, it could be likely to somehow to be as core strength, right? Do you happen to know the terms of core strength more, and maybe you could explain a little bit to us and to our viewers here?
Okay, that's a great question, Michelle. Well, core strength is the term of ability to people to managing their body, especially their muscles. And I believe that core strength is not about your ability to using your power, but also your ability to control your posture, your stabilize, and anything else. In fact, that we always apply the term of that in our daily life. For example, rise up from chair easily, and sit in chair comfortably, and even playing with your kids or grandchildren without any discomfort.
Kids.
Okay, so I get to know that sit-up actually be beneficial even though throughout our daily activities, turns out, right? But if you have mentioned how sit-ups are beneficial, but if we want to do sit-up, especially for beginners like me, do you have any tips and tricks to avoid those strains maybe?
Alright, of course, there is a few things that you need to be paying attention of. Sit-ups.
Getting serious, right?
Getting serious.
But first of all, you need to, of course, lay your body in your floor, and then keep your feet flat and bend your knees, and also to lift up using your knees, and don't you ever pulling your neck. And there's a need to be pay attention of, like avoiding never using momentum in the sit-ups. And the most important thing is to keep your breath properly. For example, exhale while you are lowering and inhale while you are trying to lift up. So in fact, that sit-ups is already be done a long time ago, especially in ancient times. For example, that the old soldiers and warrior a long time ago using sit-ups as the daily basic regular sport. So there's no doubt why sit-ups is make them so strong. So the conclusion is sit-ups is pretty easy to do and basic sport, but it can also give you really much of benefit to your body.
Wow, I just know and just discovered that sit-up just
It's
like
very powerful.
And have been done since the ancient time, right? So I think it's also one of the most important thing, right?
It is.
Yeah. Talking about important thing, I think Fanie here just won a Nobel Prize for her research, right?
Wow. So cool.
So Fanie, I also heard that you are a professor in the Massachusetts Institute of Technology in America, right?
Right.
How long have you been working there as a
5
professor?
years actually. So since I got my doctorate degree at the age of 30.
30!
That's like my age.
30! Oh my God.
Also during my bachelor degree, I also did some teaching. Other than teaching in bachelor degree, I also volunteer in the UNICEF teaching some kids. Did tons of journal, and also I won a gold medal.
This is an ambitious one right
Yeah,
here.
ambitious
Ambitious goal.
Okay, wow. So your doctoral degree at 30 is so amazing.
Yeah.
So Fanie, I'm very interested in your research recently. I heard that it consists lots of data and models, right?
Yeah.
I'm very curious, how do you process those data using complex mathematics or maybe syntax and maybe equations? Could you please elaborate more to us?
That's a really great question. So how do I do it? Okay,
Yeah.
so first of all, I got the exercise routines data from the senior students.
Oh, my friend's data, yeah.
Yeah, and then from the data I analyzing, it's the skipping, sit up, back up, and running they did to affect their overall health and performance. So yeah, there is two main types of data: group data and single data that I process. And then for the group data, I took samples from the one class that from the one class of Saint Ursula students. Oh yeah, also the score, you can use Sturgis formula, so you can make a table, and then the class is 7 while the class length is 6. Oh, also, yeah, this is the diagram I make.
Okay, so what an amazing opportunity for me to know how to do a research. Maybe I can implement on my research journal maybe in the future, right? But I heard that you mentioned you processed 2 data right before, and I was very curious, how do you process the single data?
Okay, for the single data, I process from the group 6 data of St. Ursula students. I do the counting of median, modus, median, standard deviation, and also the skipping, back up, sit up, and running that done by the group 6. So I got the highest median score is from the back up, which is 97.2, and then the lowest one is from running, which is 86. It actually wasn't very low.
Yeah, it's not low.
And then the highest modus and median is 100. It's from back up, sit up, I think, and also yeah, that's it. And this is also the diagram I made.
4 different types.
So
Yeah.
cool.
Also, I wanna add this for the setup data. If you guys did 19, you only get 76. While if you did 31 of sit up, you got 100 overall full score. So overall, there are students that haven't reached the passing grade, but almost all of the students overall got a good grades.
How is the good grades? Around what number?
98.
Oh, sorry. We can check in the journal.
Okay.
Okay.
I bet you get 100 in sit-ups if you.
Oh my god,
if you-
yes. Even 100 minus 30 actually.
Okay, that was amazing. And how about we turn into a more right-brained topic
It's
now?
almost
Because I think hearing the numbers and equations just
Oh my God, my
stuff in my head
Yeah.
right now. So okay, let's talk about arts, because Daniela here is an artist, and I'm pretty sure she has so much artsy, creative minds to share for us.
I sure do.
So Daniela, as a student learning art, I have a very interesting question for you.
Yeah, sure.
Are you curious?
What if I say no?
No.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so
Don't be nervous.
Okay. New York got some sass.
okay. Through your professional perspective, how do I combine a 2D and 3D artwork into something that's not only captivating but also engaging for my teachers or maybe my peers to see? Do you have any recommendations, Julie?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so let's take like a concrete example, right?
Okay.
So let's use the design back here, and it's my design actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, so to make 2D and 3D art work well in a space together, the key is to create balance, contrast, and also harmony. Yeah. So these elements, they make the pieces complement each other really well. So let's take the blue fabric here that's draped really beautifully. It adds depth and motion into the it adds contrast as well as to the 3D elements like these rackets here.
That's so real.
Well, it is real.
It pops up really nicely.
So this contrast, it allows the elements, the pieces, to coexist together and create a dynamic it creates something that's a really beautifully compiled together atmosphere. And so for the 2D art right here, it has a vibrant pop of color as well as intricate details that captivates attention and also evokes emotions of the viewers here. So if they pay a closer attention, they can capture like different aspects of details. So they have to look twice, more than twice basically, to truly understand the meaning of the thing. And as for the 3D art, it requires physical interaction since it exists in a space, and so
So cool.
it fills the space and creates like a grounded feeling, you know. But the real magic here happens.
Magic.
It happens when the two elements, 2D and 3D arts, interact and converse with each other. So it's basically like the chaos and order of the artwork itself. So basically the 3D, it serves as an extension of ideas and expression to convey the 2D art, if you know what I mean, you know? And so ultimately to create something that is so beautifully made like this, it needs to be balanced with the right fabric and texture and everything.
I was very amazed looking at this artwork because I think Daniela has successfully combined 2D and 3D artwork together, and she have made every element just pop out its own shines and stars, right? But Daniela, I have a important question for you. Do you think the fabric, the lights, and also the empty space has a profound and crucial role in one's atmosphere, maybe, or in each design?
I definitely do think so. So lights, fabric, and empty space are just as crucial than the elements right here. So the lights, they highlight the elements, and they also add like a vibe. So
I agree.
Like the fairy lights here, and also the TikTok lights, the blue TikTok lights. It adds a fairy-like stardust vibe that you get from this. And then the fabric draped over here, it adds texture, movement, depth, and also like contrast basically, like I said earlier. As for the empty space, it makes your eyes like rest a bit because it makes it like not too
so you don't get overwhelmed.
You don't get overwhelmed. So basically, all of those just
combine really well.
Combines really well and just balance everything out.
I really like how Daniela presents each element as like a conversation, and it really conveys the message behind it. It's so amazing.
New York level.
Okay, guys, I think this sums up our podcast because sadly the duration is very limited for today's podcast. I want to say a huge thank you to you guys for staying at the podcast. I learned lots of amazing insights with you guys, and I hope we can do it more in the future to show and tell more for our viewers here.
We'd love to come back.
Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe what you want to request for the next video. Remember, don't forget to stay motivated, stay hydrated, and keep shining.
Rising.
See you guys. Bye.